TOA community. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesdays with Robert. It's a new fun show that we're going to try doing here for a little bit. See how everybody likes it. If you like it, we'll keep doing it. It's kind of a little compilation of a bunch of different thoughts and ideas and things and experiences that are happening in our life, and I want to share them with you. What is the inspiration, number one, for this? So there is a book out there. Some of you may have read it, may have heard of it, from Mitch Albom, called Tuesdays with Morrie. Well, Tuesdays with Morrie is a story about a gentleman's writer that gets to go and spend time every Tuesday with a gentleman who is slowly starting to pass away and tells life lessons. So for me, my Tuesday with Morrie was Wednesdays with Richard. And every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, I got to hang out with my dad, do a workout with him. For about 2 years, we got to do this together before he just recently passed away. And now that his Wednesday at 8 o'clock session time has opened, instead of filling it with office work or with a client in here, I decided to maybe dedicate this time slot to a time to do a Wednesdays with Robert. Now, I was going to call it Wednesdays with Richard, but I don't think everybody knows that my dad's name is Richard and everyone knows me as Robert, so it would have been weird to call my show something different than my name in it. So there you go. There's why we're calling this Wednesdays with Robert. And hopefully, if everybody likes this and it kind of picks up a little bit, we'll get some logos and some other stuff made up. So anyhow, let's call this the pilot, if you will. All right, this weekend, first thing here on my notes, this weekend I got to go to Alabama to coach Fit Body Forever clients, and I'll show you some stuff of them in just a moment. But something really cool that happened was on the airplane, I got to sit next to Chris Hemsworth, everybody. How cool is this? Chris Hemsworth and I got to hang out on the plane, and I'm just kidding. This guy, his name was Josh, very nice dude, but he did remind me a lot of Fat Chris Hemsworth when he plays Fat Thor. As soon as I saw this guy walking down the jetway, I was like, that's Chris Hemsworth. So on the plane, we start to chat about our beards and this and that. And I said, hey, man, I think I could tell my kids that I sat next to Chris Hemsworth on the airplane. Would you let me take a selfie with you? So he was very cool about doing this. And anyhow, hilarity ensued. The kids totally bought it. It was really fun. But I thought he kind of looked like him. As I've shown that photo to other people, they're all like, that doesn't look anything like Chris. I'm like, you're thinking of the wrong Chris. It's the Fat Thor. Okay, this was the group. There's Steven in the back, myself, and all the ladies. We had 5 different Fit Body boot camp owners that are starting, 4 different Fit Body boot camp owners and 1 local employee there of Steven's that are now opening a Fit Body Forever, which is their 50 and over older adult training program. So I got to go down and work with them. It's a 3-day event. I'm there for the 2 days. And this is something I absolutely love doing. We try to do at least 1 per quarter, if not more, as we kind of go along. So that was very fun. While I'm there doing this, I get this picture sent to me from my mother-in-law, in which I did a video on this yesterday with older adult stereotypes and how people that get down on the ground and get up, they're too old and they can't do it. And this guy said something like, oh, it's so impressive you got down there, but good luck getting up. And she just popped right up wearing her sandals. So if you want to watch my video on older adult stereotypes, there's 10 of them. It goes along with an article that you can read. Feel free to pop over onto that video. It's right before this one, so you can see that. Also in that video, I think I say Nevada as the 4th state, and it's Colorado. So Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico is the 4th one. Jeez, panic moment for a second. Anyhow, wanted to give a shout out, give some credit here to Grammy, Janine, mother-in-law, keeping her athletic abilities, getting up and down in all 4 states all at once. Great job. But hey, this just in, resistance training helps older people stay really fit and healthy. Another post that I put up earlier this week. This is Gary and Eva. They're over in Europe right now, hauling ass, kicking ass. This is a video that their grandson Soren sent to me. Soren, sorry if I just throw you under the bus there if they didn't know you took this. It was like 5 or 6 seconds long. And basically it's a quick clip of them carrying Gary 3 bags, Eva 3 bags, through either down into the the subway, or they're at the airport going down the stairs, whatever it is, carrying all of their luggage at 70 plus years of age, if not a little bit older. I don't want to go too deep on their ages, but definitely 2 individuals who are very fit, who are very capable of doing this, along with my mother-in-law getting up and down off the ground, with my dad who is pretty much able to do almost all physical things that an average 80-year-old almost at his age is able to do. All of these individuals have one very good thing in common. They all do resistance training. So I'm trying to post and share as much of these types of photos and experiences as possible, try to break down some of these stereotypes. So again, you get a chance to watch that video, I think you will like it. Okay, another little shout out here. My brother Evan, my brother from another mother, two bald brothers and a microphone, a podcast that Evan and I have done and kind of resurrected a couple of times here and there over the years. This is our 4-year anniversary of being buddies. This was the first time we met. But I want to say that I look older there. Evan looks, he looks exactly the same. Just a good looking dude who hasn't aged one bit. I feel like I look older there and I feel a little younger now. I'm hoping that that's what most, but anyhow, 4 years ago, I was blessed to have this gentleman. Our friend Jackie said, you two guys got to meet. We were finally at an event together. We got to meet 4 years now, a bond in friendship that will last forever. Our two bald brothers. I love you, man. We have done multiple events together. Here's a little picture of Evan in-house here with me, right where I'm sitting right now, doing a live event. We were co-presenting together. We've done that. We've authored in chapter. Well, he asked me to author a chapter of one of his books coming up. Anyhow, great relationship, great guy. I hope you get a chance to get out there and see some of his content. Such a good dude. Absolutely love him. Okay. All right, brother Evan. All right, the next little bit here, I'm going to get into a couple of things. I think I want to kind of do like a section of the show, and I'm hoping we'll be able to have, little logos that pop up. But I want to do a section of the show that's called like for reals or really or something along those lines. There's a guy on Instagram that does this. No way. That's his little saying. Everybody seen that guy before, where he'll show like the back of a hammer. You can put a nail on there and tap it in and then turn it around and then hammer it. And you never have to touch the hammer and the nail in the first place and smack your thumb and all that. And so he sees a video of somebody and he's like, what? No way. And so that kind of became his thing. And most of them are pretty cool. Anyhow, when I saw this, I thought, no way. Like why would people want to buy this? I am not a person that is going to poo-poo exercise. I'm not going to look at somebody exercising and go, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? What I am going to do is just question some things. Okay? I'm not going to say you shouldn't do it, but I do wonder, is there a better option? Okay? So I saw this device, and what sucks about this is to get the video that I'm about to show you, I had to click on it. Now that I've clicked on it, it comes up every day. Every day I get this post of, do you want to buy one of these? No, I don't want to buy one. I clicked off it as quick as possible. Somehow this ability to create this little tiny, oh, here we go, let's play it again. This little tiny elliptical has something to do with going outside and gardening at some point, but this is the device, okay? I'm gonna sit down and move my feet up and down 4 inches on this little rotational device. It's cute. It looks like a cute little thing, but now I can go and garden. Are you kidding me? I don't get that. I don't understand how that has anything to do with the ability of this individual to do that. Anyhow, my point being is, if you can move your feet like that, I think there's something else that you could do. It's called walking. Something they invented back in the 50s, I think. Steal a line from Bruce Willis and Die Hard. A little thing we called jogging. We invented it back in the 60s. I think they invented something like walking a long time ago. And I want to say that's going to be a hell of a lot better for you. Here's the problem. You're seated. You're moving your feet in this little tiny rotation. How are you moving your feet doing that? Hip flexors. Hip flexor, hip flexor, hip flexor, hip flexor. What do people that don't walk well have? Overdeveloped hip flexors. What am I missing? How is this? Somebody just said, like, I think it'd be good for me to burn calories while I'm sitting down. I don't know. One of the other ones I wanted to do was the little ab blaster thing that you put on and electrocutes your abs, and you see that people are going, every time it goes off, and you're like, oh, that looks great. Can't wait to do that. And they're like, no more need to do push-ups. Just electrocute your abs into position. I think that would probably be more beneficial than just turning your feet on this little hamster wheel. I think all that's going to do is jack up your hip flexors, and it's not weight bearing. You're not even putting any pressure down. It's the smallest little circle. I can't see, unless you are unable to stand, okay? I guess, but then this lady's gardening, so I don't know the correlation to that. But the lady doing it, let's watch it again. This lady looks, I'm just gonna guesstimate, okay, that this lady, not this lady, but the lady doing this, I think she's capable of getting up. Look at her, look how well she's moving her legs. But that's all hip flexor, right? So, I mean, I'd rather her get up and be weight bearing. Like, you're moving your feet, even if you're walking with those little steps, get up and walk. I think there's way better opportunities for you, weight bearing wise, okay, to get up and walk around rather than doing that, okay? Now, and we'll end the part where I guess I did kind of poo-poo it, okay? So I don't mean to do so in a negative way. I want to bring light to maybe why this, and I won't always poo on equipment. I'll show you good ones too, okay? That's a promise I'll make. I won't always poo. I think the poo ones are probably going to be more fun, right? I think it's probably more fun to do that. But anyhow, you'll get what I mean. Okay, I want to show you now, I'm going to share a couple of videos. I want to show you a leg press, okay? I feel like this is pretty cool. I stole this video from a guy, I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna show you his video. Here we go, this one. Okay, so looking at this, let me turn the volume down. It's not the World Strongman, I stole the screen grab. Okay, right here. Okay, Mike Candy's, oh no, that's the music. N&O Personal, whoever this is, I don't know who this is, but I'm stealing this guy's video, okay? I give him credit, there's your credit. All right, look at this leg press, okay? The way, this is a regular leg press and how it's performed. What I want you to notice is when he's leg pressing, okay, are you getting hip extension? We're getting knee extension for sure. Are you getting hip extension, okay? I don't think so. You're not even getting back to, let's call it vertical, like if I were standing, right? But that's kind of the understanding is, well, maybe I can't do a squat or I can't do a sit to stand yet, so I'm gonna train using the leg press, which I'm not gonna poo-poo on the leg press. The point of this is there a better option for a leg press, okay? So now, hey, bear with me, let's look at this one, okay? I'm gonna take that same video, that same one, come here, where did my screen shares go? Come here. I'm gonna take that same one and I'm gonna turn it, okay? I'm gonna turn him vertical. So now as we're doing this, does it look like this guy's doing a squat, okay? Not that one, this one right here, okay? Does it look like this guy's doing a squat? What do you see here? I mean, do you see how he's squatting with his butt out, back flat, and just kind of moving his legs up and down? This just gives you a little bit different perspective, right? And that's the point is, if you could look at it this way, and you can see like, oh yeah, he's really not using his hips much. I mean, a little bit, but not nearly as much as we could if you were squatting or if there was a different leg press to use. So let's pop over here. Let me show you this one. This was, and you know, some of you may have seen this at some other facilities. This is from, let me get the right one here, right here. This is from Hoist, okay? And now watch, as I'm doing this, mind you, I'm not terribly flexible, but this gives you some extension in the hip. Do you see how the seat is moving? Not just the leg pedal, but the seat moves as well. The seat reclines and it gives me, I don't know, 3-4 inches of extension at the hip. Can everybody see that? Right? That's where I think this is genius. And a lot of people like to tell me that they go, oh, you always, you kind of dump on selectorized machines. I just think you get a hell of a lot more benefit from free weights. But if this is the level that you need to train at, or if this is the ability you need to work at, then that's fine. Why not pick the most efficient or the most useful piece of equipment that is gonna fit your demand? And so if you're gonna leg press, is my point, is I think this one in particular is probably the best one that I've seen out there, where I think the design was, we're going to allow hip extension and allow you to recline to be in a position that's as close to a vertical squat or a vertical standing position as possible, okay? So, and now here's the last little bit that like really will kind of, I think, drive this point home is when you turn it vertical. So now remember the other one, right? The other one when you saw the guy doing it before, the other guy, okay, the M&PO or whatever it was. Now look at the extension as I come up here. Like I'm not vertical, but I'm a hell of a lot more vertical than that other guy was, right? Like it almost looks like I'm performing a squat. If I were doing like a goblet squat with my hands, everybody see what I'm talking about? Like it's just a little bit better of an option. I think this is kind of the idea across the board, is if we're going to do selectorized machines, let's find the ones that are getting as close to a full range of motion. Now, what would make this optimal is if it had shoulder hooks that went over the top like a hack squat and it allowed me to go all the way back. I think they can't do it with this setup because I would just slide off, the bench, right? So this is as far as I think you can go where you still hit, back and butt contact with the bench and not slide away. But if I had like the hack squat pads that went over my shoulders and I went into it at full extension, I could go all the way back and get like full hip extension, at least to vertical. In this case, it would be horizontal, but in this video, it would be vertical, right? I think that could be a cool thing. So Hoist or anybody else out there, anyone that makes this equipment, keep this in mind when you're when we're going through this stuff. Think about this stuff. Okay, I think we're onto something here. Some of these things could be pretty cool. Okay, I want to finish up with a couple of quotes. The first quote here comes from Arnold. This is something I shared just the other day on my page as well, and it gives you just kind of a fun. You won't be able to hear it, but you'll be able to see the subtitles at the bottom. Kind of a fun overview of a couple of the objections that I guess come in. So he's talking about you don't have enough time to go to the gym, which is one of the biggest bullshits I've ever heard. He said, because we have 24 hours in a day and you don't have time to go work out. You don't even have time to take care of your body. Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? You don't have time, and manage your time better. That's his advice that he gives. It's too busy at the gym. Then go at 5 in the morning, you forehead, he says. Okay, you've ever seen the gym at 5 in the morning? There's hardly anybody there. I think this is one of those quotes that I love Arnold. If you haven't seen his documentary on Netflix, you need to go and watch it. It's fantastic. It starts with his bodybuilding career, it goes to his movies, and then it goes to politics. Through all three of those, he had one consistent theme to his entire life was he was consistent in prioritizing his health and his body by exercising, okay? Now it changed as he went on. As a bodybuilder, he had this massive, commitment to building his frame. And as he says, his body felt like it was clay and I would slap on more deltoids. He would do this whole thing to try to make the most symmetrical body that he could. As he went into the movies, a lot of the directors and such are like, we love that you have muscles, but you're too big, right? You need to tone it down just a little bit. And so like for the Predator and Commando, he was still jacked. He was still, this super, hero. He wasn't as big as he was in 68, 69, 70. He looked more like he did in 80, during the comeback to bodybuilding. That was probably the most symmetrical and the best physique I feel like he ever presented was that 80 comeback, okay? And then into politics, even while into movies, even while making all these movies and becoming, I think a billionaire or whatever at this point, the guy's got tons of money. He's made 100 movies, all this stuff. Still continued to commit time into the weight room to take care of his body. Knees started to go out, his back started to go out into his politics and such, was still able to train himself on a regular basis, but did see that he needed to modify some things, especially for his lower half, got into biking, really took care of his cardiovascular health and his lower body using a bike. And bikes all around Venice, but also would utilize this as more of a cardiovascular a muscular development component for his legs as well. So this was very cool. But the bottom line is there aren't any excuses. If you have 168 hours in a week and we're asking for 3 30-minute sessions, you should be able to prioritize that into your life if this is important to you, right? If you want to live a long, healthy, happy life, then this needs to be a priority. I don't think we need to debate that resistance training and health and fitness is a necessity for us to live a healthier, stronger, happier life. I don't think that's a debate anymore. I think that's pretty much a proven fact that those that are stronger are going to live a longer and more capable and healthy life, right? Those that are under-muscled, we're gonna see this rapid decline. Those that are adequately muscled are going to see a longer, higher quality, higher output, and better overall experience of their golden years, right? Because you're doing something to help maintain your body against gravity, against the demands of aging. So I thought this was a really good one. And then one other one that I wanted to share with you comes from my guy, Peter Attia, Dr. Peter Attia. I absolutely love his content. His book is called Outlive. If you haven't seen that, I should have shared a picture of it. But I want to share this quote that he has up on here. And I don't think I have subtitles on this one, but, or maybe we do. Yeah, I think I do actually. Let me get to it. Okay, here we go. He says, we don't stop moving because we get old. We get old because we stop moving. Okay, it's a super short little quote, but I love this quote. I'm going to ask permission to use this and put it on a t-shirt because I think it represents and it brings together exactly what our efforts need to be. We don't stop moving because we get old. We get old because our bodies stop moving. If you prioritize health and fitness and sleeping well and hydrating and getting the proper rest and recovery and doing all the things that you need to do to maintain a healthy lifestyle, you're not going to become this old body. You're not going to become what all the stereotypes in that other video that I was telling you about are going to suggest. If you prioritize this properly, if you commit even 30 minutes 3 times a week, if you can do more, please do. If you can do 30 minutes daily, 3 days a week of resistance training, and then just go walking on the other days, okay? That would be such a massive, massive health impact. You have no idea how vitally important that could be to your health, to your wellness, to maintaining a cognitive mind and healthy body, okay? It gives you a reason to be tired every day, number one. It gives your body a reason to shut down and sleep better at night. So you're gonna assist yourself right there, as there's a lot of research that suggests poor sleeping or inadequate sleeping, not getting enough sleep, has a direct connection to cognitive decline and cognitive disease. Okay, so you have to take priority on these things if you want to live long. I hope you all enjoyed today. If you enjoyed this episode, you want more of this, comment down below, let me know. If you enjoyed it, I'll keep doing it. Wednesdays with Robert, I'll continue to do this little compilation stuff that I find out through the week. I'll keep them fairly short like this, 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes if I can keep it in there. And I'll just keep bringing you some hopefully good, entertaining, but educational based content. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe, please share, send this out to any friends, family members, but definitely comment down below. Let me know if you like this. If we get some good comments, everybody seems to enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. If not, no harm, no foul. I'll keep doing my other stuff as well, but I thought this could be kind of fun. Much love and appreciation to all of you. Thank you all so much. Please continue to fight your good fight against sarcopenia.